Elegeia Unforgotten. Pairs of either blue planets with rings or orange will appear at the edge of the arena at the same time as the head in the centre. The head will do a half arena AoE in the direction of the arena, so quickly ascertain this first and head behind it. Second, identify which planet is moving slowly. If the orange pair, move as far away from the slow moving planet as possible, while keeping on the side of the arena behind the head to avoid a huge AoE. If it is the blue ringed pair, move towards the slow moving planet instead, positioning to be knocked back across the arena, taking care that you stay on the side behind the boss. Kataterismoi will form 8 towers which will need to be soaked, 1 per player. Have players pre-assigned, but hold off on that for now. Grip of Despair, everyone to the centre during the cast. Once cast, DPS will be tethered to the tanks or healers. Tanks and healers all run to a far west point and DPS to east to break. Elenchos, mechanic to master as it will pop up regularly. Same as normal mode, look at the boss. Glowing tears means move to the centre for outside AoEs, and glowing mouth means move out to avoid centre lane AoE. The order here is to break the tethers and then position inside towers at the far east or west point of the towers to also avoid whichever Elenchos cast goes off at the same time. Telos, big Raidwide, mitigation helps. Hubris, small AoE tank buster on each tank. Everyone else stay clear. Erenir, stacks on each healer to soak by 4 players each. Pre-plan your 2 split parties of 4 beforehand and have a rush strat for movement, e.g. Group 1 always moves towards the boss and Group 2 stays or moves away. Fatalism. Boss will spawn 2 circles which will eventually each become 2 planets. Stand back so you can see both rings at the same time. One will start to form first, which will be dealt with first. When the 2 planets appear, they will be close together and the right will always move quicker to collide with the left. The same before, if they're the blue planets, quickly run to the left planet to await knockback. If orange, run to the opposite side of the arena. No head to worry about this time though. After the first pair go off, a second pair, which will be the same colour as the first, will go off. Orange, quickly run to the opposite side. Blue, adjust to take the second knockback in the same way. Twinsongs Aporrhoia. First position behind the centre head, which will eventually do a half AoE in the position of its arrow. Then move to the donut AoE on the outside head. As soon as this goes off, rotate clockwise to the next head and repeat clockwise again. Rings will now be placed on all heads to signify which of the last 3 AoEs each head will do. 1. Stand between the centre head and the last one you are under for reference. 2. Determine the centre head's AoE. If 1 ring, it will use its current orientation. If 2 rings, it will rotate 90 degrees anti-clockwise, and if 3 rings, it will trigger in the opposite direction to its current orientation. 3. Start to move behind the centre head where it will trigger based on its rings. To determine which of the remaining 2 heads is safe, one of the heads will be the last one you are at, or the one diagonally opposite. If either of these have 1 or 3 rings, then they are safe. If they do not have 1 or 3 rings, then the other head is safe. A quick incoming stack and Elenchos mechanic as the last head resolves. Ensure you check the glowing eyes tiers quickly to determine whether to resolve stacks on the centre or outside lanes. Despair Unforgiven. If you get a pink spread marker, then team needs to spread to cardinal and intercardinal positions on the outside of the arena. Pre-plan these positions. If you get a flare marker, then head to the outside of the arena in the same pre-planned spread positions. If you get a red donut or stack marker on your head, then stack in the centre of the arena. You'll get 3 of these to deal with randomly. First one, then a second one, then resolve a Elenchos eyes tiers, then a third one. You will then get 1 to 3 rings. 1 ring means the last stack or spread you got, 3 rings, the first one, and 2, the one in between. Remember your order and position for this 4th one according to your rings. Endsongs Aporrhoia. Boss will blow rings to heads which will trigger AoEs, then the heads will blow them to each other twice. First, boss will always blow 3 to one side and 1 to the other. Look for the 1 and watch closer for which head it's going to go to, and move to one of the safe heads on the same side. Stand behind the head. Second, after the rings explode, move towards the middle and look for a head with no rings or heading towards it. Don't panic or commit too early. Again, tuck in behind the head as one of the safe spots is quite small. Repeat again for the last time. Fatalism cast twice. 2 pairs of orange or blue planets followed by 2 pairs of the opposite, e.g. blue planet, blue, orange, orange. Dealt with largely in the same way as the previous singular Fatalism. The one thing to look out for is when you get blue first and then orange, you need to be observant that when you take the knockback from the second blue planet, that you are orientated to be knocked away from the first set of orange planets, as there'll be limited time to get out of the huge orange AoE if you head directly towards it. All mechanics covered, some of them will rinse and repeat. Like and subscribe to complete the duty.